If you have a question and your video is off, please either use the raised hand function or send me a message in the chat. We have starting pitcher Mary Haff. Paul, you want to go ahead and lead us off? Paul, you're muted.
Sorry. All right. That's my bingo card. All right. Mary, can you talk to us about, did you know you were coming in the game? Because people here were telling me that Autumn had kind of stumbled or rolled her ankle. So when you came into the game, was that something that happened initially, or you knew that was going to happen?
From the beginning of the game, I was always in relief. Now, when I was going to go in, that was kind of to be determined based on how the game was going. A little sooner than I was expecting, but I was ready to go in at the time. Yeah, but it was always from the beginning. She told me that I was in relief and just to be ready kind of throughout the game and just see how the game goes.
So can you tell me just the feeling for your team to be able to get down? You know, you get the home run from Braxton and get the lead early, but then they come right back. But then the feeling for your team to come back and to close it out today.
Yeah, I feel like all throughout the season we've kind of faced adversity, and I think we threw the first punch, they punched us back, and we're a team that's very persistent, and we weren't going to give up, and we knew we still had a lot of game left, and we still have a lot of at bats. So as long as we have outs left, we have hope. So yeah, it was not the start that we wanted, but we just had to be +1 and whatever it took for that to happen.
Also, how big was the crowd? Do you feel like that helped you guys along today?
Oh, for sure. I think we were talking about it in the dugout. I think we called the Hogs like 10 times. And I think coming from Stanford, where I don't know if they were allowed to have fans even at their games in the Pac-12, I think they were kind of in shock too. And I think the crowd really helped us today, keeping the momentum. So it was huge. It was awesome to play in front of all the people.
I'll go ahead and let somebody go.
Nate, go ahead.
Just after Lenny's home run, what was kind of your comfort zone after that?
I mean, in postseason, you're never really comfortable. We were up 1, so I knew I had to keep the lead. But with Stanford, they can hit a home run any second and tie it back up. So 1 run wasn't really a comfortable lead. But after the second home run, I was like, okay, like we got this, that was a big enough lead for us to be pretty comfortable. But yeah, in postseason, you're never really comfortable with a 1-run lead.
You said you kind of struggled with emotions with your stuff the first game and then better the second game. How did you rate this one?
Yeah, I think this was definitely, I was definitely more comfortable going into the game. Those jitters before the game that happened in the very first game I didn't really have today, so I was able to go in and just have my stuff from the get-go. So
just getting the super, knowing that you're only the second team in history to go to super regionals.
That's awesome. It's great for this program and great for this team. We've grinded all season. We've gone through crazy COVID protocols, not getting to enjoy, this and that in the fall because we wanted a season and we wanted to make it to the end of that season. So I think we deserve it 100%, and we've worked hard to get here.
Thank you very much.
Eric, go ahead.
Mary, only seemed like yesterday you and I met and talked, and we were talking about our mutual friend Casey, who's helped you, I know, as if you've grown up there pitching. How does this experience compare to 2018, and what did you take from 2018 that you'll use this time around in the Supers?
I think I'm just a more mature pitcher than what I was back then. I don't really, for the most part, let my emotions get ahead of me or, let the momentum of the game kind of dictate how I'm going to pitch. But yeah, it was nice, for the redshirt juniors and seniors that have been here before to kind of guide the underclassmen and say okay, calm down. Don't make the moment bigger than what it is. I think we're definitely better this time around. And I think last time when we got to a super, we were kind of just happy to be there, but now we're ready to go and win a super. So, we've kind of gone past the, making history, and now we're going to make more history this time. So
how are you different now as a pitcher than you were, say, a couple years ago?
I think I'm just more of a dynamic pitcher. I throw more pitches in and at bat, and I don't just rely on my one rise ball. I think I go more opposite side of the plate than what I used to in the past. So that kind of gives the hitters, a different plan, puts a different pitch in their mind of what I can throw whenever I have 2 strikes. So I think that, and I kind of sprinkled in a drop ball here and there just to change the eye level. So I think just being able to throw, my different pitches has made me harder to prepare for.
Did you ever have any doubts you get back to this stage at this level, pitching at this level with the injuries and everything you've gone through?
No. With this team from the fall, we all were like, okay, this team is special. Other teams say they have something special, but this is just different. I've been on teams that have been pretty good, but this team is just in every facet of the game. It's just great. I mean, up and down the lineup on our defense, if one facet's not working, we have pitching or defense or hitting to pick it up. So I think just being strong in all 3 aspects have got us to this point. Is going to take us further.
Well, congratulations on this.
Thank you.
Jason, go ahead.
This one's different than 2018 because you're not having to go to Norman next week or this weekend. I mean, how gratifying, satisfying is that knowing you're going to be back at Vogel this weekend?
Yeah, it's awesome. Like I said earlier, this crowd keeps us in games, and I think it really kind of puts other teams on their heels. When you call the Hogs and just like doing crazy cheers with the fans, I mean, it kind of puts the pitcher, like I said, on her heels. But yeah, it's great just not having to go to Norman, not having to face them. So whenever we had the selection show, we were like, okay, this is for real. Like, we have a really good shot. So yeah, we're super excited, and even more excited that it's home at Vogel.
How big was it to see the offense get going again after some struggles down the stretch, and how important was that to get you guys through this weekend?
Yeah, we definitely, in the SC tournament and, even in that LSU series, I think we didn't really reach our stride with our offense. Coming out against Manhattan and getting that big 8 spot was huge, just to keep the momentum going and give some confidence back to our big hitters that have kind of been pressing. So I think we're on a roll right now, and we just got to keep it going with our offense.
Got time for 2 more. We'll go Jordan and then Dorian.
Mary, we were out here interviewing fans, and one of them said, I'm a pitcher and I want to be like Mary when I grow up. What does that part of it mean to you, just getting to do it in front of a full house this weekend, and then just seeing all of the young girls in Northwest Arkansas looking up to all of you?
Yeah, that's awesome. I know definitely before the game, the girls were talking about how, there's so many little girls out there, and that used to be us. And, just motivates us even more because we all, grew up watching college softball, some of us SEC, some Pac-12, but, those are the girls that look up to us and really just give us extra motivation, and kind of just stepping back and looking at it and seeing the big picture and saying, like, these girls really look up to us, and that's really awesome.
Dorian, last one.
Hey, Mary. Obviously, Braxton and Lenny's home runs are going to get a lot of the recognition, but I was wondering if you could just touch on the importance of Ryan Jackson. I know she's been hampered with injuries for you guys this year, hasn't been in the starting lineup a whole lot, but she's come through with big hit after big hit earlier in the weekend and then again today.
Yeah, Ryan was kind of out of that starting spot for a little while, dealing with, this and that. But the entire time she was grinding, and she was just waiting for her opportunity to come in. And today was her birthday. So we're like, you're going to, make a big play today, such a birthday. But we're all so proud of her. She's been working her butt off, going in on off days and just really taking that extra, cuts after practice. So she deserves it. And I'm glad that she's really coming and ending her senior season strong.
Mary, thank you so much. Congrats.
Thank you.